Hi, thank you for clicking on the video, and I hope everyone is doing really well. Today I am going to be reacting to a video from our favorite bald man, Alan Roberts. The video is entitled, "Being morbidly obese is a moral failing." A person's weight does not signify a person's morals or moral standing. A person's behavior, how a person treats others, how a person maybe talks about strangers and others on the internet, that does express and show a person's moral standing, but their physical appearance, no.
I'm standing here right now as me, and then fat fuck Alan is standing right next to me, right? He's standing right over here, right?
So other than the clear difference in his face, it is very difficult to actually tell that the fat Alan is in fact fat, because he has multiple layers on, a scarf, a hat. The only difference is the cheeks.
As we're standing here, my resting heart rate standing is likely in the 50s. And my resting heart rate when I first wake up in the morning is about anywhere between 45 and 47. Normally almost like fucking money, you know what I mean? So my resting heart rate is extremely, extremely healthy. My waist-to-height ratio has me in the very, very, very low risk range. This is my waist. It's about 28 inches to 29 inches at any given time. And my waist-to-height ratio is about 0.43 or something like that, right? This motherfucker had a 48-inch waist. Like, if you saw the belly, the gut was fucking big. Not 48, I think it was like 45, to tell you the truth. But big fucking belly, right? Look at the fucking face. Look at the fucking face.
You mean the face that doesn't look like a bitter old man angry on the internet?
Yeah, I held like a beer keg, you know? But you gotta remember, I wear a 50 regular fucking jacket too. Like at the time, when I was this size, I wore a 52 regular jacket. That trench coat that I'm wearing right there is a fucking XXX. So me and fat fuck just standing here next to each other, right? My heart rate is probably beating somewhere in the mid 50s. His standing there was probably beating in the mid 70s. You know, people don't think that's that bad. I did work out and shit like that.
So he was still working out. That means that he has a far different experience than your stereotypical obese person. See, this is the problem with Alan Roberts' content, is he's trying to appear to be relatable, or he understands the obese experience, when in some aspects he does, but in other aspects he doesn't. And he had the opportunity and privilege to work out as he saw fit and how he wanted to. A lot of people, obese or not, do not have that same opportunity. But
still not good. Like, literally so much visceral fat that I would have to hold my breath to tie my fucking shoes. And now, I mean, I fucking could just, it's not even a thing.
We're almost halfway through the video and we haven't talked about morality. Are we gonna get to that?
This dude is taxing his heart just standing there at a much higher, probably somewhere around a 20% higher to 25% higher rate than I am right now, right? So Fat Alan is clearly fucking inferior and should have been very embarrassed, as he was. And this was a moral failing to be this fucking fat. I was disproportionately using my own household's resources with food, which is just fucking disgusting. I will never not be pissed at myself about how much food I used to fucking eat and how much money I fucking wasted on food.
Have you ever thought about maybe talking to a professional about that? Because holding on to that kind of anger for yourself is not psychologically healthy. That is so weird to me. And listen, that's coming from someone who is in therapy to reframe the negative talk I direct at myself on a daily basis. So when I see an old photo of myself when I was not well, the worst thing I can say about that photo is gross. It is shocking to look at those photos and be like, that was me. How is that possible? I mean, I know how it's possible, but it's just like, it's so crazy to me. Like, I look at old photos of myself and then look at myself now and I'm filled with pride. I'm not filled with rage towards younger me. I would never be angry with her. I get frustrated sometimes because I'm like, oh, how much I know now. I just wish she knew. But I would never have learned all those things if I hadn't been her. And that's not like that doesn't mean it was a healthy thing to be, but it was just like, oh, if only you knew, like where you're gonna end up, you wouldn't be so depressed back then. Like, I would never be like, she was a moral failing. Like, she failed at morality. Like, I know at times in my life, I was not a nice person. I was not a good person by any means. I know I've done bad things. That's when my morality was failing, was when I was doing bad things, when I was treating others disrespectfully, when I was, treating my body disrespectfully. But I've grown since then. And that person that I used to be, obviously, is me. Like, it was me. But I've grown from that. So looking back, that's not the first thing I see when I see photos of myself. Or I think of, where I'd been in the past, or just memories. I don't think of myself in this like negative light. I left all that behind. Like, I changed, I grew, I became a better person. I became a moral person. In a sense, my heart is breaking for fat fuck Alan, because present day Alan is not showing himself compassion, is not showing himself any amount of love.
I will never, ever, ever not be pissed at myself.
Also notice it's always about money with this dude. It's always, obesity is putting a strain on our economy, is making people pay, taxes to pay for their health care. I spent so much money of my family's income on food. I can't believe I spent all that money. Money. Oh my God. No wonder you're such an unhappy person.
About how much food this motherfucker used to eat money-wise. Ever. I would never, ever, ever fucking do that. 52, I mean, I wear I still wear a 50 regular jacket now. I've got very wide shoulders. But, so, this fat motherfucker's knees are just screaming, in pain all the time. Hips, back, knees, everything like that. No fucking problems right now. This motherfucker, who had the moral failing of being fat as fuck, possibly taking years away from his wife, of togetherness, showing his son a bad example, this stupid bitch had to grow the fuck up and realize that reality exists.
Imagine saying all that to your son. Imagine telling your son, you fat fuck, you're a failure, you're stupid, being so cruel to your own son. He'd probably be like, oh, you should be grateful for that because, tough love works. It's not tough love. It's just cruelty. But then turn around and realize that he is someone's son. You're saying that to someone's son. You're saying that to someone's child. A good parent loves their child no matter what. It's just so weird to hear him talk about himself like that. And it just is very telling. Very telling. Like, dude, you are revealing so much about yourself in this almost 4-minute video. You are revealing so much internal, deep-seated issues. I don't know if you realize how much you are telling your audience about yourself right now. And it is concerning.
And I'm going to end it on that, guys.
Oh, he's going to end on that, but he's never really going to explain how being morbidly obese is a moral failing. He's going to say it a bunch, but he's never going to explain how and why. Here's the reason why he's not going to. He can't, because there is no connection between weight and morality. There isn't. Weight is simply a state of being. It's a number on a scale. It is what it is. Morality is over here, a different subject. So that's that. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you did not enjoy it, you can give it a thumbs down. That is cool too. I do not mind. If you are not subscribed already, please consider subscribing and be sure to hit the notification bell to stay notified of all future uploads. If you have any comments, questions, video suggestions, anything at all, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. Be sure to go follow me over on Instagram, and I will see you next time. Bye!